essentially get rid of all media funding and put it in the general fund. And I think that this is an important piece of legislation for not only the reasons that Rose mentioned, but because as Peter had promised, or he had written out a note that said, if nothing was resolved by 10th week, he would personally propose to lift the funding freeze. And I think if this legislation is passed, what it's going to do is take off the pressure from this council to lift the funding freeze. You're going to have a free pass just to not give media orgs funding because legally you're covered. And you will have this coverage so that you won't be pressured to work with us in this process and make this committee go as fast as it possibly can and vote on a resolution next week. That's my worry with this resolution as it stands right now. I hope that you'll consider that when we talk about it tonight. Thanks.
I'm sorry, are there any other members of the public? Is SRTV on? Chris, you want to?
Yeah. I just realized that the teach-out was like a week ago.
Holy shit.
It's crazy. 7 days ago. So I'm like a former council member. I just had two thoughts I want to share. One, it's really sad that this conversation, at least in certain circles, has shifted to this conversation about free speech. And there's a lot bigger issues going on here, as all the people that have been involved in the protests and the rallies would explain. The decision to freeze all the funding was rather brash and it created a lot of backlash. But I think it's important to note that the folks that were involved in the protests were not consulted. The folks that were involved in this situation were not consulted. And so it's unfortunate that it's come to this. Because we can have a really constructive conversation about race and about other forms of injustices here on campus, here in the world. And so the other thing I wanted to talk about really quickly on topic is whiteness. And you know, you all are student leaders here on campus, and I respect a lot of you. So I just want to talk about this issue really quickly. So like, whiteness is made up, right? It's a social construction. Like, it didn't exist before the 1700s. People of European descent were killing each other for most of human history. But then in certain situations, there's the us, and then there's them, and then there's this construction of people of European descent or something white. And so now we have the situation that we have now where some people would like to believe that we live in a colorblind society, but we don't, as is evidenced by the situations that have happened. So, you know, a lot of folks on this council identify as progressive. And I think it's important we examine what our role is personally here in this situation. And I can only speak for myself, and these are just my thoughts, but the reality is that the Black Student Union has shown that they are great leaders. And they've done a tremendous job at organizing things, everything, and you know, taking very concrete steps forward. So that, you know, what I think the role of white folks in this situation is not to be the leaders, but to stay in solidarity, to stay on the sidelines, and to be in support as allies. And I also think it's really important, and there is a burden, as we all know from the collective history of racial relations in this country, that there is a burden among folks of certain descent to speak to your friends and to talk to people and have critical conversations with your roommates, with people that you know, about deconstructing, like, why are people so upset, and asking why is it that you even have the ability to ask why people are so upset. You know, what is it about the historical nature of this issue or of other issues that have gotten people so upset, and begin to take a critical look, because evidently the university has failed us in having general ed requirements that encourage a critical view of race in this country. And so as a result, the burden goes to us to have those conversations about what does it mean in this country to be to look a certain way or to be a certain gender, to be a certain sexuality. So I guess that's my encouragement to you all as you know, council members that I respect and student leaders.
A couple updates. Before I do that, I just want to make sure that everybody is aware that there is a camera in the back corner. It's kind of exciting that we're finally getting our council meetings produced and published for the entire campus. We've been wanting to do that for a long time, so it's exciting that we have a volunteer to do that for free finally. Just want to make sure everybody was aware. On a second note, a delegation was sent up to UC Berkeley this past weekend. We'll be colonizing the university, which Grayson, our VP External, spent a lot of time organizing. I was one of the delegation members, so I want to update on that experience. It was a celebration of the 40th anniversary of the Ethnic Studies Department and some of the other departments. Which was really an amazing opportunity to meet a lot of our elders who were responsible for the movement in the 60s. That puts me in a position now where I'm allowed to study something that teaches me about my history and helps with a lot of the important work we do on this campus. There were a lot of the BSU members from SF State and from the 60s there. They're all a lot older. And it was interesting because this is a critical time, so they really advised us. It was kind of funny that on the 40th anniversary of that movement and that department, this is happening on our campus. So they gave a lot of advice. There was a lot of workshops. It was a great event. There were students from all around the state. We also went in to meet up at the Black Town Hall that the BSU held at Berkeley. There was a couple hundred students there. They really responded. I know they've done a couple demonstrations to stand in solidarity. We also spoke with the UCI students, and they just held a demonstration today, which was nice in solidarity. And I think a lot of the UCI students, there's a good chance they'll be coming down as well tomorrow. So that's that. As far as March 4th, tomorrow is a pretty historic day, we expect. So here's just a breakdown of the day so that everybody's aware and can share this information. So it'll be all day starting in the morning. Certain professors are doing outdoor classes to represent a public university during this time of privatization. So that'll be going on all morning. There's going to be a lot of media. I know some film students are documenting the experience. Then at about the official planned out rally will be happening between noon and 2 p.m. on Library Walk. Folks are meeting at 11:30 a.m. At Gilman Parking Structure and marching over there together, walking out. Between 12 and 2, it'll be a rally with chanting and all that, but there'll be a stage set up. There will be a DJ, there's going to be some entertainment, there's going to be professors speaking and students speaking on why March 4th is relevant and tuition increase and how that relates to the state budget. The BSU will read the official results of the demands and how that will play through the administration, because they will be having a follow-up meeting this Thursday at 9 a.m. Then we will explain the demands to the state of California and the administration in terms of March 4th and the tuition increase. After 2 p.m., folks are going to start heading downtown. There will be a couple buses. For the most part, we expect students to go commute in carpool together. They'll be meeting at the Centro Cultural de la Raza, which is in Balboa Park, at 3, and at 3:30 p.m. taking out to march downtown with other community colleges and San Diego State. And there'll be a march in the several thousands downtown all evening. It's going to be pretty huge. So everybody I've asked is going to be there, so I hope to see all of you there. And I'll yield to Graceland for any other points.
There's so external funding. Well, some of the faculty from different departments are helping to fund the buses for students to go down to Balboa Park. And the buses will be leaving at 2:30 next to in the loading zone next to the St. George's Plaza for the chargers. So buses will be leaving at 2:30 for anyone that wants to go down to